You might have already noticed that I try to make a point of explaining how ideas relate to one another, and that I like to use graphics or pictures to do that. There are a few reasons for that. One is because I know it's easy to just think about the terms, concepts, and facts, but this class is most helpful for students who think about how it all fits together. Along with that, research suggests that I can help you learn by helping you think about how information can be organized. Sometimes thinking about graphics gives me a better idea about how to explain things, too. That said, stress and job satisfaction can seem like they're really complicated and really simple at the same time. Models that are a little bit more detailed than the pastel bunnies can help us see where we might be making it too simple and also help us make sense of the difficult parts. Thinking about stress, the current version of the textbook uses this graphic for the causes and consequences of stress. The level of detail can help us begin to think about how we can explain the causes of stress and why we should care. The information in the middle reminds us, too, that stress isn't always a simple cause and effect process. That model might seem like it has a lot going on and be a little overwhelming. To be honest, I had to think a lot about it when I first saw it. It might be helpful to start thinking about stress using, an input process output model. Then we can start thinking about what goes into each of the parts of the process. Stress is like many psychological concepts, though, in that there are things that separate from the stressor itself that influence both the response to the stress and the related outcomes. In the table in the overview module, I simplified by including prevention strategies in the response column. If we think about them in more detail, though, they're probably a separate level of the process, so to speak. For some reason, I'm having a hard time thinking about job satisfaction in terms of input, process, and outcomes. This graphic from the book almost suggests it's a process in and of itself. There's probably someone with a little stronger statistical literacy than mine who can explain what type of relationship this would represent. But, as the book mentions, there also doesn't seem to be much theory related to satisfaction in that process either. This graphic might not be intended to represent a formal process or a statistical relationship. So using graphics can be helpful for a few reasons. For stress, it helps with keeping track of the related research and how the ideas are related. For satisfaction, it can help map the antecedents and consequences, but graphics can help us realize there doesn't seem to be as much knowledge about the process.